A very good Sunday afternoon to you all. Great to have your company today on this big day of racing. We've got lots of racing action coming your way. The Yass meet.
Good afternoon to you too, Michelle. Well, it's a beautiful day. Probably lacking a bit that you're not here. But from one glamour girl in the studio to another glamour girl here at the track, the first race today is the McDonald's handicap. And with me is the Yass McDonald's manager, and it's Karen Ray. Karen, welcome to Canberra.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's got a lovely day, but thank you.
Now, this is your second year sponsoring a race?
Yep, it certainly is. I was down here last year and had such a great time, had to come back again this year. And plus, it's a great day for Yass to pull together. It's a great community day, and I think it's very important that McDonald's becomes involved.
How's McDonald's going in Yass?
Really, really well. I'm putting in a party room, and the party room will actually be finished on about the 15th of December. So we'll be open for parties, business meetings, business functions. Anything that anyone wants to have in there, it'll be open.
Well, next time I'm down, I'll have to call in.
Most definitely.
Because there's one thing about Yass, they do know how to party.
Yep, they certainly do, from the Calcutta last night as well, yeah.
Well, Karen, you had the last race last year, you got the first today, so you can really unwind and really enjoy the day.
Yep, and I certainly hope so, and I hope everyone comes down and really enjoys themselves.
Good on you, Karen. All the best. Karen Ray, the manager of McDonald's in Yass. So from one Big Mac here, it's back to a Little Mac in the studio. To you, Michelle.
Okay, Rod, thank you. We're going to take a look at Caulfield Market now. We'll be crossing to Rod throughout the day. Racy Dancer is $2.90, Jangling Jack $2.20, Legends has moved in to $4.70. Our Poetics, hoping he'll be in the winner's circle a couple of times today.
Well, welcome here to Canberra. I was going to say Yass, but we were there last night for a very vibrant night. Big day here, though, at Canberra, and with me, one of the leading Canberra trainers is Frank Cleary. Well, Frank, a pretty light day for you today.
Very easy day, Rod. Yeah, first two races and then I'm finished, mate, so I can early mark today.
So it'll be a social day?
After the second, yeah.
Frank, Ferrara in the first, scratched from the races yesterday in Sydney. Do we glean a tip from that?
Yeah, well, I looked at that Sydney race yesterday, Rod, and as you know, it was a very strong two-year-old race, so I thought, well, better off back on your own dunghill, and we've kept him for you today.
And in the second, you've got a horse, Meet the Stars.
Yeah, Meet the Stars, he probably wants a little bit further than 1,000 metres, but he's first up, and his first up run last time was sensational, so don't be surprised if he's getting home at long odds.
Frank, your nephew, he's struck a bit of form in Sydney too, Brent Stanley.
He's going really well, yeah. He's got his head down and really having a go, and it's pleased to see because he's got tons of ability, and it's just pleasing to see the Sydney trainers like John Size and Carl put him on.
Frank, what's the word on Catbird?
Catbird, I looked at him on Thursday, went to Shipton with Merlin Connolly and Paul Blackman, and we had a good look at him work, and he looks absolutely sensational. He'll come back to my stables tomorrow week, 7 days and counting.
Well, when do you think we can look forward to seeing him back in a race?
Probably about the end of February, yeah, somewhere late February, I'd say, yeah.
He was obviously disappointing last campaign, but you think he can come back better?
On face value, he's disappointing, Rob, but he had big weights and heavy tracks, you know, and he didn't have much of a time out after the hard slipper campaign. He only had about 4 or 5 weeks, which young horses, it takes them a little bit longer than that to get over, so just hopefully this time he can really show what he can do.
Well, we look forward to Catbird's return, and good luck today with Ferrara and Meet the Stars. And I suppose, having interviewed you first, I suppose that's appropriate. We have met a star.
That's right. Thanks, Rod.
Good on you. Frank Cleary here at Canberra on Yass Cup Day. A big day. There's a $20,000 trainer's bonus, and also a rather unique feat we will see later on when Joe Kelly has ridden his Canberra Cup winner O'Hara all the way from Yass to Canberra. And we'll be back here at the track with more shortly.
Yeah, that's a terrific fundraiser, and Rod, give us more details a little bit later in the afternoon. And Frank Cleary's got a runner coming up in the first at Canberra, and it is Ferrara, $2.40. It's the favourite. Hey Harry, 11. Our Paddy, 16. Prince Brocco, $2.70. Moonlight Tango, $7.50. Opening Scene, 23, and Pearl Flyer at $12. Well, the one's on top there, and that's Frank Cleary's runner. It's barrier 7, 56.5 kilos. It just happens to be the Sky Rater at 100, 1, 4 and 5.
As Michelle, and he's one of your greatest fans here, Michael Heath. Michael, you've had a look at them in the first. What have you come up with?
Yeah, Rod, the favourite on course is number 1, Ferrara. Lovely colt by Desert Style. Well in commission, the right money's on. He's improved since his debut run here a fortnight back. 1,200 metre trip looks ideal. He should prove hard to beat. I've got him clearly on top. Solved the punters. The danger's for Prince Brocco. Very coltish going onto the track. Trained by Morrissey and the Morrissey-Carl combination, kicking off the day with a horse that did win a barrier trial here a couple of weeks ago. A nice type. He'll run boldly. 5 Moonlight Tango, trained by Barbara Joseph. A lovely filly. She gets some weight relief here today. Speedy customer, will give plenty of cheek, but 1 Ferrara is all the rage on course, and you should be collecting with this colt. He's a nice type. Dangers 4 Prince Brocco, 5 Moonlight Tango.
Good on you, Michael Heath. That's Michael Heath. Look at the first here at Canberra on Yass Cup Day. And Michelle, it's a bit short, but a short prize winner always beats a long prize loser.
Thanks a lot, Rod. OK, we've got to be on the money, don't you? Well, there's Ferrara.
And Ferrara goes up, waiting on opening scene. 1 to move in here, opening scene. Hey Harry stands up, Moonlight Tango. Now they're all in for the McDonald's 2-year-old Class D, Yass Cup Day, 1999. They're all in, they're locked away, waiting on the lights. There's the lights. And they're racing, and Pearl Flyer on the inside got away well. Prince Brocco is showing speed, followed by opening scene Moonlight Tango. Caught 3 wide going up on the outside of those Ferrara. Now there's our Paddy going right up along the inside to take up 3rd position. And Hey Harry's last of all. On settling down as they lead the back and race down the side, the leader Pearl Flyer. A length in front of Prince Brocco, a half a length the favourite Ferrara moves to 3rd. Followed then by our Paddy 4th down on the inside, then opening scene. And back behind those as they race down the side was Hey Harry, who's racing down on the inside rail, and up on its outside was Moonlight Tango with about 550 metres to go, and Pearl Flyer taken on now by Prince Brocco on the outside. Ferrara appears to be going well in 3rd place as they race around the turn. Back behind those openings, see now Paddy on the rails and then Moonlight Tango, and Hey Harry's last of all in the straight with about 350 metres to go. Pearl Flyer just in front, having a go on the outside, Prince Brocco, and now Ferrara into the clears, running on fairly well, and down the outside Moonlight Tango. It's Ferrara in the centre racing up to hit the lead. Pearl Flyers battling away, followed then by Moonlight Tango, but Ferrara broke away near the line and the favourite's too good. Ferrara eased down on the line. Ferrara first, close for second, either Moonlight Tango or Pearl Flyer. Then opening scene, back behind those Hey Harry, Prince Brocco second last, and our Paddy was the last one to pull up. The winner, Ferrara, ridden by Larry Mortell. Number 1, the winner, Ferrara, Larry Mortell, for trainer Frank Cleary. A 2-year-old bay colt by Desert Style out of Regal Blade, raced by M.J. McMartin, J.C. Walter, D.S. Roach, H. Chikarov, J.C. Story, and F.S. Cleary. And that was that colt's second start today. Won very well indeed, got to the line very well. Now it's close for the minors, close for second between Moonlight Tango, who made up a lot of ground, and Pearl Flyer, who battled away on the inside. But there's no doubt about the winner. Number 1, Ferrara, Frank Cleary the trainer, and the winning rider, Larry Mortell. And it's extremely close. 5 at second. That is Moonlight Tango on the outside, and 7 Pearl Flyer third. 1, 5, 7, 6 the numbers. Now the time for the race, 1:12:35. 1:12:35, 36:89. 1:12:35, sectional 36:89. Numbers on the first are 157, and the 4th place getter was number 6, opening scene. We'll have more in a moment.
Well, we thought that Frank Cleary would get into the winner's circle today, and he's done it on the first.
Canberra on Yass Cup Day. Well, a couple of weeks ago here at the Sunday meeting, Matthew Carl, he was the star. 6 winners from 7 rides. His other one was withdrawn at the barrier. And Matt, today you've got, well, another 7 coming up. Do you think you can get anywhere near your performance of a couple of weeks ago?
Probably nearly impossible, right? A match a day like that, but always hopeful. I've got some very nice rides on paper. You don't know how they're going to turn out, but I just hope for the best.
Well, your ride in the Cup is good timing, which is, in fact, the favourite for the race.
Yeah, he's only had the 3 runs. Right, he's been pretty impressive. All these runs have been on slow tracks. That's the only query. Today, the track's pretty firm. So whether he handles that or not's another thing. He's a big horse, so whether he jars up or not, we won't know till he goes round.
Well, what do you think is your best for the day?
Probably the mare in the last race, Astrology. She won nice here last start. Didn't win by far, but she won quite all right, and she'll appreciate the hard track. She likes a firm track.
Well, we mentioned last time you were here the association with John Morrissey. It has been a great one.
Yeah, he's a great bloke to ride for. Roddy turns his horses out perfect, got a lot of horses in work, and they're well bred. It's a very good job.
Well, it's a pretty warm day here today. You'd probably be losing a couple of kilos.
Yeah, right, especially the vests. They make you sweat a bit, but that's no worry as long as they protect us. Yeah, and we will. We'll lose a few kilos.
Well, I haven't got a vest on, but I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Yeah.
Good on you, Matthew Carl. He said his best ride. You've got to wait. It's in the last race, Astrology. Hope Astrology is a star.
All right, thanks, Rod.
Good on you, Matt. Matthew Carl, leading rider here in Canberra. A couple of weeks ago, 6 out of 7, and he's got 7 rides coming up. He's on Opera in the upcoming race.
Good on you, Rod. You couldn't go far wrong backing Matthew Carl and some of his runners today, especially a combination with John Morrissey and Matthew Carl. The moving in where...
Yass Cup Day. Our sponsors are a very important part of racing. The race coming up is the Franklin's Maiden Handicap, and with me now is the area manager for Franklin's, Mr. Brian Armstrong. Brian, how long has Franklin's been in this area in Yass?
Well, we're actually just coming up to our first anniversary in Yass, and yeah, we're very, very proud to be part of today's celebrations, and looking forward to working very, very closely with the community in Yass in the years to come.
Yeah, well, they do have great community spirit there, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have a major commitment in the upcoming year to be more proactive, I guess, in being a corporate citizen in regards to local community, particularly in the rural and the country area. And we want to get into the schools and, talk to the kids and get out to days like this and, just really let our hair down.
How's business?
Business is, well, it's been tough. Retailing's a pretty tough environment at the moment, and Franklin's is going through a fairly major re-engineering, but our transition's pretty well much over, and we're looking very, very much forward into the future.
Well, thanks very much for your contribution today to this Yass Cup meeting. Your race, the Franklin's Maiden, coming up. Horses are going onto the track. Have you got a fancy?
I think I'll stick with the top weight and go for the number 1, Cyclone.
Cyclone, well, we hope it comes home with a big gust.
Thanks very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. Brian Armstrong, the area manager for Franklin's, one of the important sponsors here on Yass Cup Day. And it's been a brilliant day so far, and it can only get better. Thanks, Michelle.
Okay, Rod, let's take a look at that market for the upcoming race at Canberra. Cyclone is at 21, so long odds for our sponsors' selection there. Dale Jeffries will now take the ride. Fairbridge Boy at 92, Great Communicator 31, Jade Lotto 13, Lift Your Game 76, Here Comes Trouble 32, Opera very short at $2.10, that's Matthew Carl. It's a Sky Rater at 100, Our Girl Joe at 34. Much longer odds for the other runners. Let's take a look at Tony Campbell's tip. He's going for the 7 Opera, the favourite from the John Morrissey stable. It's only had one race start. It was unplaced. It's a 3-year-old filly. 7, 12 and 14.
You can't go broke backing winners. Michael Heath, he got us a Big Mac out of the first with Ferrara winning. Can we get the French fries in this, Michael?
And the junior burger too. Let's hope. Race 2, they're expecting a grand performance from number 7 Opera. Well on commission on course with the bookmakers. The right money's on a lovely 3-year-old filly. Got an excellent pedigree. Matthew Carl on board. John Morrissey trained. No luck at Wagga on debut back at the carnival there, and resuming today, she's done a power of work, the filly. She looks immaculate. The Dangers, number 10 Secret Heart, the stablemate, started favourite in Saturday Company 12 months ago at Randwick, and certainly trialled enormously before that. Spelled, looks well. Number 12 Meet the Stars caught the eye in the yard. Big odds, each way odds. Will be storming home, could blow them all out. Others to look well were 1 Cyclone and 4 Jade Lotto, an interesting runner trained by Barb Joseph, could give plenty of cheek. But summing it up, 7 Opera on top. They're singing its tune, Rod, as they say. Dangers 10 Secret Heart and 12 Meet the Stars.
Good on you, Michael Heath there, pronouncing Opera to hit a winning note in race 2.
Oh, Rod, you just got such a way with words. You're going to have to get better than that all afternoon. Okay, let's have a look at this market here at Canberra as they move in. Dale Jeffries is on the 1 Cyclone. It's moved in, it's 13. Fairbridge Boy at 125. Opera there, $2.10, does hold favouritism. Now the 12 Meet the Stars at $8.20. That's Frank Cleary's runner. He took out the first. Longer odds for the other runners in this field. The Sunshine Coast and Certification was too good, 261.40. 11 Rudd Park 855, Flirted Little 170. The Cornella 64.70, Trifecta $573. And Murray Bridge for race number 2. Baringa at 12, Cour de la Mer at 49, Our Angel Wings 350, Ripple's Sister at 21. Ticket to Rome, $2.70 is the favourite there. 41 for Goodbye, let's try that one. 41, Puss in Boots is 17. Sheer Instinct at 10, and Top Chick, $4.90. 5 and 3 and 1 are the tips there from Brenton's. 5, 3, 1. And here is the scene from Warwick Farm. They have joined us, and the crowd being entertained there. Looks like some of the polo team. Yes, no, you can't bet on those, that's right. But they are moving in well here at Canberra. Let's head out to Tony for the call.
Secret Heart. But Opera, this well-bred filly, trained by John Morrissey by Archway out of Mataz, is all the rage. Now Princess Joanna goes up. A big field here. Now waiting on Our Girl Jo and the Great Communicator, who's riderless. Brett Johnson out of the saddle. Opening race train went to the Frank Cleary train, Galloper Ferrara, beating Moonlight Tango and Pearl Flyer. 2 1/4 lengths a short half head with the margins. Big crowd here today for Yass Cup Day. Now waiting on, I think it's Great Communicator. Is it? No, it's not. In fact, it's number 15. I think it's Like a Genie. Yeah, Like a Genie is the one out of line. The rider's out of the saddle. Now they should get Like a Genie, and now they do. Like a Genie goes up. So they're locked away for the second race of the day. Second of 8 here at Canberra on Yass Cup Day 1999. Opera's the favourite. Just waiting on that light. Quite a number of these having their first start in a race. They're set. They're racing. Now, Cyclone went back to the tail of the field, and Our Girl Jo didn't jump all that well. French Vein landed out in front, followed then by Heavenly going up, and also Secret Heart. In behind those, Opera down on the inside, then Princess Joanna, followed by Jade Lotto. Back behind those, Imperial Life, followed by Great Communicator. Between runners, Like a Genie, the big field settles down as they race towards the turn. In behind those, Here Comes Trouble, followed by Cyclone. Our Sir Joe Meek to Stars well back in the field, followed well back behind those as they race towards the turn was Lift Your Game and Publicity around the turn with about 400 to go, and Secret Heart is the leader, taken on by Heavenly on the outside. Jade Lotto runs on. French Vein is running about a bit on the straight, followed then by Great Communicator. Well back behind those in the field, angling for a run now was Opera. Many chances at the 200 though. Secret Heart is the leader. French Vein now still looking for an Opera's running on fairly well, and down the outside Jade Lotto. Here's Opera. Opera raced up quickly on the outside of French Vein, and that was a very impressive win. Opera has beaten French Vein. Now a good go for third. Secret Heart was there. Meet the Stars flashed up, and also in that group there Jade Lotto and Great Communicator. Then Heavenly, followed by Like a Genie, then Our Girl Jo.
Yes, the favourite taking the money there at Canberra. We're heading back to Murray Bridge.
They're set to go. Race 2, the Lexmark Intersystems maiden plate. 1,000 metres the trip. They start.
Thanks, Michelle. Well, back here at Canberra, one of the leading trainers, or the leading trainer in Canberra, of course, is John Morrissey. And today, there's a $20,000 bonus for the trainer who wins the Yass Cup and 2 other races. John Morrissey has taken one step towards that with having won the previous race with Cyclone, and still plenty to come, John.
Yes, Rod, but you've got to win the Yass Cup to be eligible for it. You've got to win that plus 2 other races, so that'll be the decider.
Well, you've got good timing in the Yass Cup, and it's the pre-post favourite.
Yes, it's been very impressive. The only sort of worry today is the first time on top of the ground. He's a Palace Music and sort of white-footed bloke. He's probably better in the wet, but, you know, he's still going well, and I think he'll be very hard to beat.
Well, of course, that's the big one. And another winner will get you the $20,000 cheque.
Ah, it'll be very good.
John, it's a good incentive, a cheque like this for the trainers, and probably help boost the fields.
Oh, for sure. You know, any of these, so they're pretty hard to win. but, you know, it makes people keen and have a go and very competitive. Yeah.
Well, I suppose you'd be one of the favourites along with Barbara Joseph to take it out.
Well, we've got the two favourites in the main race, and you've got to win that race. So if one of us win that, you know, we're only two that could win it. But, yeah, you know, we're both very good chances, I think.
Well, John, we've missed Opera, but what about, apart from the Cup, what's your best coming up?
They're all very good chances, a lot of them. They're all very good chances. They'll all probably be nearly favourite and be very hard to beat.
Good on you, John, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
John Morrissey here. He's got runners in every race coming up on the remainder of the program here at Canberra, and he's hoping to get that $20,000 cheque. We'll have more from Canberra on Yass Cup Day soon.
Good on you, Rod. Thank you.
Squeeze in the mounting yard mail here from Michael Heath. 2 out of 2. You are really going today.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Well, we're going for a bit wide here today in race 3. A pretty tough affair. Not a lot of confidence in the betting ring. Number 4, Our Rapture's the one that caught the eye on the mounting yard. Big duck egg next to it last start here. Just didn't go a yard in the wet. Firm track today. Huge run on debut here over 1,200 metres on Melbourne Cup Day. It was a great run. Up to the mile, but by Imposing Bull. He's a half-brother to a horse called Quick and Handsome that didn't go in the yard. He won a few in town, that bloke. So I'm going to gamble that Our Rapture can give plenty of cheek here at good odds. The Danger, the favourite, number 2, Emerald Spring, looks particularly well. The 1,600 metre trip looks ideal. And One Bias Bay is being strongly supported. Big run here last start. Made a huge run from the 800 metres to the 200 off the track and really was a bit unlucky, and he's gone ahead in leaps and bounds looking at him in the yard. Others to look well, 8 Kingston Dawn and 15 Siddeley. Right down near the bottom, he could surprise. I've never seen him look better. But summing it up, bit of value. Number 4, Our Rapture, Dangers, 2 Emerald Spring and 1 Bias Bay.
Good on you, Michael. He's tipped the first 2, so his fans are really enraptured with his performance, and Our Rapture is the tip in the upcoming race. And I'll have more shortly back here at Canberra, particularly on a very brave performance.
Good on you, Rod. Look forward to that. Thank you. And here is this market for Canberra. Bias Bay $6.50, Emerald Spring $6.60, Wild Reasoning $25, Our Rapture $12. Once the Blue Moon $54, Dennis Marie at $4.50, Kingston Dawn at $9.70, Social Red at $10, False Prophet $30, Gentle Halo $19, Jaunt $11, Master Tim's $23, and Side Delhi at $10. And at the Sunshine Coast, the divvies are 513, Big Timer $3.160, One Drop Zone $3, 3 Canadian Shield $2.40, Quinella $21.30, Trifecta $171.80. Now Murray Bridge for race number 3. It's over the 1,000 centenary.
Away, and Once the Blue Moon didn't jump all that well, and showing speed on the inside. Social Red, Our Rapture's prominent, followed by Master Tim's, Wild Reasoning, Kingston Dawn, then Bias Bay. Back behind those Emerald Springs and Siddeley back centre field. Further back behind those Jaunt down on the inside rail. Back behind those Denise Marie third last, followed by False Prophet and Gentle Halo a length and a half at the tail of the field as they race down the back with about 1,100 to go, and there's not much speed on. Our Rapture leads about a long neck in front of Social Red on the inside. Back behind those Kingston Dawn. Now there's one going around the field, Siddeley. Siddeley taking off and looking for the lead. Further back to Wild Reasoning, followed by Denise Marie on the outside. Master Tim's back along the rails. Further back to Emerald Spring, followed by Once a Blue Moon. Bias Bay as well back, followed by Gentle Halo. Then False Prophet and Jaunt at the tail of the field. Racing down with about 700 to go, and Social Red is the leader. A length in front, Our Rapture second, Siddeley third. Now Kingston Dawn starts to run around the outside. Further back behind those, Denise Marie down on the inside, Wild Reasoning. Then Emerald Spring, followed by Gentle Halo starting a run. Then Once a Blue Moon as they race towards the turn, Master Tim's. Bias Bay is still back third last, followed then by False Prophet and Jaunt under the whippers last. In the straight with about 300 to go, Social Red has kicked away again. Social Red about 2 in front of Our Rapture. Siddeley down on the inside is running on, followed by Kingston Dawn. Under pressure, Denise Marie, followed further back Emerald Springs, but still it's Social Red the leader. Siddeley tries hard. Bias Bay into the clears running on. Here comes Bias Bay. Bias Bay on the outside and Kingston Dawn. Bias Bay coming from a long way back. Bias Bay. Kingston Dawn second, followed by Social Red, then Gentle Halo. Further back behind those, Once a Blue Moon, Emerald Spring. Pulling up quickly, Siddeley, followed by Our Rapture, Denise Marie. Well back, Master Tim's. Then Jaunt, Wild Reasoning and False Prophet. Good finish here. Standing by for the numbers, Bias Bay. It was back third last. Coming towards the turn. and it won very, very well indeed. Bias Bay, ridden by Dale Jeffries, is trained at Oberon by Darryl Hawken, and is a 3-year-old brown gelding, Bay or Brown, by Opera Prince out of Moonstruck Miss. And it's finished with the Kingston Dawn will get second, and Social Red on the rails lasting for third. 189 of the numbers. 189 of the numbers. Won the winner Bias Bay, ridden by Dale Jeffries. Second number 8 Kingston Dawn Michael Ward, and 9 Social Red Scott Pollard. Fourth was number 12, and that was Gentle Halo. So
189 there at Canberra on the third. Murray Bridge, they're heading to the barrier.
Well, thanks again, Michelle, back here at Canberra on Yass Cup Day. Sponsors, as we've said several times today, very important facet to this highly successful promotion. With me now is the franchisee of KFC in Yass, Chris Ward. Chris, thanks for your support today.
More than welcome. I'm pleased to be part of the Yass Cup. This is our first involvement in this event, but we hope to continue it for a number of years to come.
Well, how's the KFC going in Yass?
Very well, thanks. Our sales are shooting up there. The Colonel is doing the right thing by us, and we've introduced a lot of new products, and we believe that we're certainly edging ahead of our major competitors.
Now, are you a racing man yourself?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, are you enjoying the day?
I am enjoying the day. My wife's had a couple of wins and I've had a couple of losses, so I guess we're about even.
Have you got a tip for us before you go?
Oh, gosh. No, I haven't.
All right. Well, I suppose KFC's the best bet.
It is, definitely.
Good on you, Chris.
Thank you.
Chris Ward, one of the sponsors here at Canberra on Yass Cup Day. You might say a finger-licking good interview.
OK, we'll leave it at that, Rod. Thank you. Canberra Divvies, 189 there. Bias Bay, 391.78. Kingston Dawn, 379. Social Red, 340. Quinella, 22.10. Trifecta, 206. Now,
thanks again, Michelle, back here at Canberra on Yass Cup Day. Coming up is the Kelly & Co. Rural Centre IAMA handicap, and with me is the Managing Director of Kelly & Co., Warren Hall. Warren, just exactly what is your firm's function?
Rod, we look after the country people. We supply all their rural needs, sort of the one-stop shop for the man on the land, Rod, and hopefully we do that as well as we can anyway.
What sort of a year has it been around the Yass district?
Well, the wool prices started to sneak up a bit, Rod. It's made it put a few smiles on some farmers' faces, and the season we're having this year has been absolutely outstanding. One of the best. Some of our older clients say it's been the best that they can remember, and they're very old men, so we're very happy about that.
Well, if the farmers and the sheep farmers are doing well, is it going to be reflected in the crowd today?
Well, we hope so. We've got a magnificent weather day today, a little bit of wind, but beautiful weather. Probably a little bit more rain would help a few of our farmers, but basically they had a great season, and we only hope we can reap the benefits, our little country town of Yass, from it.
Well, it's a great little place and a very successful night last night.
I'm pleased you enjoyed it, Rod. Thank you very much.
You could say that. Warren, good luck. Just before you go, you got a fancy in the Yass Cup?
I do like Zabper personally, but I'm not very good at that sort of caper, but I will put a few dollars